numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin.
Well, Coach, in a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west. But for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 180!
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Get that quarterback.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
13! 13!
Mike 5'9". You don't want none, baby. You don't want
Man.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
11.
One set. Check Mike, 54.
Hey, exit.
54. Watch the slant. 54 is Mike. Check.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flagged for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Here we go. 180!
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball!
12, fellas, here we go.
Give me that ball, defense! Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Hey, orbit!
I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well, so to have 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check. Hey.
20.
Say.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
That's it. 180.
47. Check, 47. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Great.
Shoot. Under 10.
Express.
47. Check Mike 47. Here we go, D.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
8. Gun.
He's checking.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
20.
Watch the ship.
This is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
8. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Gun.
Switch.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. 8. 20.
Mike 51. Mike 51. It's been a long day for you.
From the red zone now, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
8. Shift. Whip. 20.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
180.
They're going to need some therapy. Check.
20. He's coming. We got double. 8. Check. Kill. 8.
Kill. Turn up. Check 24.
Express.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's coming this way. Black. Here we go. Smooth. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Pick it up. Mike, check, 59.
Garoppolo. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here we go.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
20. You better be afraid of me. Check 15. Check 15. Hey! Kill. Shoot. Slam. 8. Express.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check 24. Great.
4-7's the mic.
Express.
Now on 2nd and 16. Newton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gun.
47's the mic. 47.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. 12.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. 11.
Mike 5-4, Mike.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go.
Check, watch 54. All day. Mike's 54. Hey, let's get...
Lock.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Right here. Hey, box drop.
Mike 5-4.
Get hot.
Mike 5-4.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the eye.
Gun.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
Check. Crunch.
Garoppolo now. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Just like that.
1, Omaha.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Watch the block. Motion. Block.
Mike's 5-4.
2.
Mike's 5-4.
2.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense.
Straight hunt.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Here we go, here we go.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Here we go. Mike Express! Mike 47. In your face.
20.
47's a Mike.
Here's Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Twist. 8. SOS.
They'll run it with Scarlett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Off play action. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Check. Great. Check 3. Check 20. Hey.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Gun. Hey, watch his slant. That's it.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Let's get it.
Gano's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch tight end. Hey.
21.
Watch third.
Hey. High 7.
Check. 59. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 59.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. Slack 80.
Mike 54. Mike 54. He's counting me. He's counting us.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready? Get ready.
Check my 47. I got him.
Ready?
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 8. 22.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Great.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Great.
Check.
Express.
Check.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready?
Get the ball. Tight left.
20.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Ain't no saving. We take the wins home. Like 22, Mike 22.
Operating from the gun, Newton. He completes it to Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready? 51, Mike. Mike 51. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Go, Mike. Great. Hey, Express! Go.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
There's a part of that. Undercrush.
Newton to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gun. 47 up front. Mike 47. Yeah. You don't want to know. Check fast. 47 is the mic. Who that? Hey! 47 is the mic, boys. 47. Check. 47.
From the gun, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go, dude.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
54, right there. Hey, Alpha. Let's go deep, tighten up.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. That one caught by Gibson. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Trey Boston up to make the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here we go. 21.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
First down. 27 yards. 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 27 yar First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
White.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
There's Garoppolo on first and 10. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Now Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The kick by McManus is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.